Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Down the Rabbit Hole. My name is Breezy, and I know it has been a good hot minute since I have posted anything regarding this podcast. For that, I deeply apologize. I just finished where you go? The last episode of my Just a Breezy Chat podcast, so I should have some more time to focus on my podcast I have going on. Don't judge, don't hate. I'm a girl who's very creative, who loves learning, who loves doing different projects, and honestly, why someone who just can't sit still long enough? We all know someone like that. I'm that person in your life. I love to do different things in my life, as you can tell. Um, but today we're going to be talking about a place that's been on my travel bucket list for a while. However, before I get into that, if you're new here, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. Also, please subscribe. And did y'all see I straightened my hair for today? Really fabulous, might I add. Don't you think so? Let's see. You can't really see the bottom, so I have like leggings, a black leather skirt, white long oversized white long sleeve and leather jacket and a black bow and some cute black boots, of course. But you didn't hear about that. That's not why you clicked on this episode, is it? Well, today, let me dig out my skeleton hands. Ah, y'all know y'all love these. And today we're going to be talking about, like I said earlier, before I went on that little brain tangent, um, I guess girl brain, um, this place we're talking about has been on my travel bucket list for a while. And there is a there is a monument in the U.S. where four states, um, all meet at once. And those states happen to be Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico. Now, with that being said, you'll understand why I know some of y'all is probably not that momentous. Well, guess what? I don't care. I'm gonna go see this place one day. Now, there's a highway that serves all these corners, and this route is called the U.S. Route 491. And it was created in 2003 after renumbering a certain U.S. route, aka the Devil's Highway, aka what numbers do we not say? That's right. But since this is down the rabbit hole, we kind of have to say it, and it is U.S. Route 66. And this road was nicknamed the Devil's Highway because of the significance of the numbering. And to many Christians, denominations, the number of beasts and the satanic connotation numbers of the high fatality rate between along the New Mexico portion convinced some people that the highway was cursed. And the problem was so compounded that but it was also led by persistent homicide theft. Now, there are factors that led to the efforts to renumber the highway. First of all, the officials of Arizona, then those by New Mexico, and they have safely improved projects of renumbering, and the fatality rates have decreased substantially. Now, let's talk about the highway it has spurred US 91 in its connection to 191 that runs through New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah, as well as the tribal nations of the Navajo and the Ute Mountain tribe. And the highway passes by two mountains and is considered sacred to Native Americans. The Ute Mountains has extinct volcanic core named Shiprock, and other features along with this route include Mesa Verde National Park and Dove Creek, Colorado, and the self-proclaimed pinto bean capital of the world. Honestly, I kind of have to this. I'm also debating on turning the comments back on because I don't know if people feel like they've learned their lesson or not. Probably not, but we're gonna hope and pray that they do if I do decide to turn the comments back on. Um, now US 491 serves the states of Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. Before 1992, the Devil's Highway also served Arizona, and a portion of the renumbering separately is now part of the US 191. And the former Devil's Highway was the only highway that has passed each four corners of the state, even though it never came near the Four Corners Monument, which is accessed via US 160. Now, at several access points of US 491, mountain ranges in all four corners are visible from a single location. And who's going to be the idiot that goes try to find this one day? Me. And the alignment of the highway is mostly northwest. However, the Utah portion was signed east-west. Now, in New Mexico, it begins in Gallup, at a junction of I-40. And it currently runs along the Munoz Drive. I do apologize. I am terrible with names, so please bear with me. I did try to practice some of these names beforehand, but I make no promises. I do not try to offend anybody. I promise. Now, US 491 leaves Gallup and passes through the north and eastern half of the Navajo nation. Along the way, the road passes through a small tribal community and trading post of the Tahachi, Buffalo Springs, Nasachit, Sheep Springs, and Newcomb. Now, the Navajo is a tribal capital of Window Rock, Arizona, and is west of the highway corridor, which is accessed by the State Road 264 and the largest city to serve by US 491 in Shiprock, which takes its name from the most several extinct volcano cores in the area. Now, Shiprock is also known as the Ring Rock in the Navajo language. And this is the mountain that is considered to be sacred by Navajo people. And Shiprock is also where the US 491 crosses the San Juan River and is briefly concurrent with US 64. After passing Shiprock, the route continues north of Colorado state line. The New Mexico portion has been designated the John Pinto Highway by New Mexico state legislator. Excuse me, sinus is acting up and I'm talking a lot more than normal. Now, it is also on the Trail of Ancient Byway, one of the designated New Mexico scenic byways. Now, the New Mexico Colorado state line, where the state line is where the highway passes between the Navajo and the Ute Mountains. And the highway passes to the east of the tribe's namesake, the Ute Mountains, and is also believed to belong to the great warrior god of the Ute people. Now, US 491 proceeds diagonally to the northwest and extreme southwestern corner of the U.S. Now, the highway exits tribal lands near Cortez and Mesa Verde National Park, and after leaving Cortez and the road gradually rises the elevation proceeding toward Utah, the route proceeds for the large pinto farming region in Dove Creek, which bills itself once the pinto being capital of the world. Did I just add a new place to my travel bucket list? Quite possibly. Y'all know I love to travel. I haven't done a travel vlog in a while. I've been too broke to do a travel vlog, if I'm being honest. But, maybe one day I'll get an office job again. But Canyons of the Ancients National Monument is located along the ascent and just west of the highway. Along the ascent is the access road of Hoven Reed National Monument State Line, a portion in the road, Colorado, which has been designated the Trail of Ancients, a national scenic byway which uses 491 to access all these parks and monuments in southwest Colorado. Now, Utah. We all know. I have my opinions on Utah. I really do. Then again, I know it's known for two things. Well, a few things actually. Cults, beautiful scenery, and quite possibly polygamy, which goes with cults. But in my defense, I like learning. So, yeah. But once in Utah, US 491 gradually ascends to the Abajo Mountains, which is still visible to the large farming regions. It is upon reaching the elevation of 7,000 feet, and the highway arrives at its way station and reaches the town of Monticello. Is it Monticello or Monticello? It's been my experience as Monticello because there's like a silent H there or something that you can't really see. Now, US 491 enters the town of Central Street and terminates near the park at the intersection of 191, which runs along Main Street. And all highways in Utah have been codified by law into law. And US 491 is defined as Utah Code 724137. Now let's talk about the history of this road. Now, pre 1926, this was before the Mexican American War. So if we know our history, we know what the Mexican American War was, right? And this was when the area was ceded into the U.S. and the main trade route through part of Mexico was the Old Spanish Trail. And this trail extended into Santa Fe, New Mexico to Los Angeles, California. And I'm talking a lot with my hands, so I'll try my best not to, but I can't help not talking a lot with my hands. But the trail had multiple routes. However, the main route proceeded to north toward Moab, Utah. One of the few places where the Colorado River can be crossed without having to traverse steep cliffs. Now, the modern US 491 roughly correlates with the main route of the Old Spanish Trail between Cortez, Colorado, and its northern terminus, okay? Now, before 1926, all of the modern US 491 existed as state routes. In New Mexico, the Devil's Highway observed a portion of the state Road 32 from Gallup to Shiprock, and it was completely replaced New Mexico 121 from Shiprock to Colorado state line. Now, the portion of Colorado was numbered State Highway 106 from the New Mexico state line Cortez and SH10 from Cortez to Utah. Now, at the time, SH10 traversed from southern portion of Colorado, and while most of the corridor today has a highway designation, um, a portion of it of SH10 still exists. In Utah, the route was originally the State Route 9, which also included what is now US 191 from Monticello to Crescent Johnson. And Utah has since reused the SR9 designation for a different road. Different road now. But yes. But now let's talk about post numbering real quick, because I know a lot of people trying to keep this short and brief because a lot of y'all don't feel like hearing me talk. But since during numbering of 2003, portions of 491 in New Mexico has been upgraded to a 4-lane divided highway, the separations are the busiest interchange. And the New Mexico Department of Transportation has noted that, and some sections are upgraded. Fatality rates have improved and everything. But yeah. But that is it for this episode. Join me next time as we talk about actually who knows what we talks about. Who knows what we'll talk about, honestly. Um but oh yeah, my bad. We will be talking about the legend of Lillian Gray. I'm telling y'all like I have no clue who we're talking about. Like I don't have the list right in front of me. Don't judge me. Please don't. I'm only human after all. But I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy this wonderful November weather we've been having. And have a happy Thanksgiving. Let the turkey have his month, please.